evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is our first episode of DDoS at Gorilla Banter Podcast. Dillon does other sports. Get ready for ignorance because I have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'll just pop it in the Google sports news. USA Today Sports bracketology. Syracuse falls out of the field of 68. I have no idea what this is even about. What is this, basketball? The Orange bowed out of the ACC tournament in a crucial game against Miami. Nah, I'm out. Let's find something else. What is this? Colin Kaepernick. I know who that is. Thank you, social media. Colin Kaepernick hired new agents. I wonder what that'll do for him. The agents told teams Kaepernick would be opting out of his San Francisco 49ers contract to become a free agent. Kaepernick is a free agent now. He will have a tough enough time finding the right fit in free agency given his inconsistency on the field over the past few years. I heard he sucks. And I don't know much. I barely know football, but I heard he's really not doing well. Which doesn't make so his whole not standing thing, is that just him trying to get attention, trying to get the ball rolling for him, like sucking on the field so I'm gonna get some media coverage? I don't understand. His national anthem protest, which he did bring attention to social and racial injustices, could have been viewed as a possible distraction for a new team. Dropping the protest at least eliminates that issue. Even talking about him seems like a problem. I don't even know. And I'm not leaning either way in that argument. I just know Kaepernick, I heard he sucks at the team, and then he's getting all the media attention for that. I'm out. Let's see what else we got going on. Saturday sports, March Madness. What is March Madness? Is it Madness in March? It is March. Nope. Goldman. Who's Goldman? CBS Sports caught flat-footed on first day of March Madness. There's more March Madness. It's Madness in March, ladies and gentlemen. Sports Fox News. Butler's Big Blue ready for his team's big game. Illinois hires Oklahoma State Underwood as a new coach. Follow the action, UFC Fight Night. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I've been scrolling even before this started, and just the word UFC and sports just doesn't seem to follow each other. Who cares about basketball or anything else besides combat sports? I don't understand. I don't see how you people do it. So, Bills signed 3 free agents. Cardinals re-signed DT Frosty Rucker to 1-year deal. This is Cubs victory cost Chicago $18.8 million in overtime. What? How could anything cost $18.8 million? What is it? All right, so obtaining the records through a public records request. The paperwork shows the city spent the money on public safety, traffic management, and street cleanup. The Chicago Cubs won the championship after a 108-year drought. I've heard a lot about that. The drought was a big issue, apparently. They hadn't won a game in so long, which makes me wonder, how do you remain a team if you haven't won in over 100 years? How are people still watching you? Like, how are you still a thing? If I'm got a fighter that hasn't won a fight in 100 years, I'm done watching that fighter. It's over for him. It's out. Go away. Find someone else. Find a different team. 108-year drought. How have fans? I don't understand. How do fans of the Cubs? How are they even fans if, unless you're 110 years old, you've never seen them win a game? Or hang on. Okay, wait. No. I guess you can win games, just haven't won the championship. Okay, so I guess so you could still win and not be a champion. All right, whatever. Most of the Cubs-related overtime went to the Chicago Police Department, or about $17.2 million to $14.7 million during the World Series. Records show Chicago paid about $843,000 for the Office of Emergency Management and Communication. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money in this stuff. Gosh. Pelicans try to keep it going against Timberwolves. Okay, so I'm not sure what a Timberwolf is, but it sounds ferocious. And then a Pelican, that's Louisiana State bird. I'm not seeing much of a fight, so the Pelicans can try, but they're not going far. Embarrassed Mavs try to bounce back against the Nets. Surging Bucks look to continue roll with win versus Warriors. Former Michigan player Lewis charged with domestic violence. Why is that news? Why? That's another thing I don't understand. Why is there so much media coverage towards players whenever they break the law? Like, are they that much role models? Because I don't even know who this guy is. Like, I don't care. And I don't know many other people that should care. I mean, even whenever, like, I follow MMA, the UFC, whenever those guys get charged with stuff, I could give less than a shit. Like, shouldn't we only be focused on their performance and what they do in their sport? Like, I don't know. I mean, of course you don't want guys out there that are, I mean, obviously he should be prosecuted for his crimes. Like, let that be the thing. Why is that sports news? That's not sports news. That's domestic violence news. Whatever. Nunez gains extra season on eligibility. Nunes? I don't know. Aztec Rocky Long expects team to struggle early in 2017. Well, that kind of bites. Former Texas quarterback David Ash to return to football. We missed you, David Ash. No, we didn't. Wilds versus Rangers. Sharks aim to keep Ducks at bay in Pacific Division. I feel like the Sharks have it because, I mean, Sharks versus Ducks, is that really an issue? Like, do we think the Ducks stand a chance? I mean, with their weak little feathers, Sharks are just natural predators. There's no way. This is so boring. Gosh, hang on. Here's some NASCAR. Fresh generation of drivers emerging on NASCAR circuit. I don't understand how you people handle this. And I say you people, I mean all of you sports fans. Like, is this entertaining? These people are taking left turns. Let's see. Blaney finished second in the year's Daytona 500. Isn't that like the really big track where everyone takes like 3 or 4 left turns? Larson won at Michigan's last year and finished second in the last 2 cup races. There's just no entertainment there for me. I could care less. Like, it hurts to read it. I'm not getting anything out of this. I mean, let's see. Here it is. I know this is DDoS. Dillon does other sports, but Conor McGregor promises to finish Floyd Mayweather. Hence a September showdown. I could get into that. That's going to be a freak show. And I can't believe it's happening. I was one of those guys that said it never would. Like a complete non-believer. There's no way that the UFC is going to come to terms with boxing promotions, but it looks like it's happening now. And I honestly don't follow boxing enough, but I really feel like Floyd going to do what Floyd going to do. I mean, he's undefeated for a reason. His boxing's the best in the world, and Conor's coming from a different game. The latest defending champ Nova trails Wisconsin at half. All these words, these are Wisconsin? That's a state. What does that have to do with? I think it's a state. The defending national champion trails 8-seeded Wisconsin 31-27 at halftime of a second-round game in the East region, trying to become the first back-to-back titleist in 10 years. The Big East champions shot only 30% from the field in the first 20 minutes, and that had a lot to do with Wisconsin's stifling defense. Man, I don't know what you people are doing with your time, but, I mean, whatever. Doesn't Wisconsin make a lot of cheese? Aren't they the cow state? I think that's it. We'll do one more. We're shutting it down here at Gorilla Banter Podcast. Let's click on Fox Sports. We ended up strolling over to CBS. Top headlines. Let's do number 3. 7 things Joey Logano said about the Kyle Busch incident. Who is Joey Logano, and what was the Kyle Busch incident? It was a strange day at Phoenix Raceway Friday. Another NASCAR story. This better be good. Joe Logano met with NASCAR officials to discuss their crash and mini brawl. Okay, you have my attention. There was a brawl. Afterwards, Butch was asked about half a dozen questions by reporters. His answers to all of them were this, with slight variations in word use. Everything's great. Looking forward to getting back on the racetrack and get into my car. Logano, on the other hand, was considerably more forthcoming when he met with the media Friday afterwards between practice and qualifying for Champion World 500 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race. Here are the 7 key things Logano said about the incident. It was an accident. He gave Busch data. They used to get along. He didn't get punched. He wouldn't punch anyone else. Well, this isn't much of a fight. Okay, we're done here. DDoS